So, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, especially to my other targeted individuals. um, it's hard to be stuck in the hamster wheel with these people, and the worst part is they take away your reputation, and they just like throw it in the trash. And I don't know about the other ones of you, but I already had bipolar disorder. I'd been dealing with that for 20 years. I knew the nature of it. So here's going to be a story. This one is the most mind-blowing one that happened the last 2 years. Okay, so I'm living in a hotel, still having a hard time, and that's in California. I still have those two friends of mine around me because I don't have any other friends, and I'm thinking, it's just me, I'm crazy. They're not doing anything to me because nobody's seen it. And I asked them, and they always said no. Well, it continued to be super loud, especially at night at the hotel, which is like people going by my room and saying my maiden name, stuff like that, knock on my door and run. If they could get a hotel above me, they would stomp on the ground. It was just always stupid, targeted stuff, all centered around my room. And when I would go out to look, there would be nobody there. But they were all like, lots of people would be in certain rooms, like the one above me or the one next to me. It's like, why are there so many people in there? Well, because they're playing games with me. Anyway, so I'm living in that hotel, and I started noticing, I had ended up calling 911 a couple times, 2 times by that point, no, 3. And I had seen this one vehicle involved. It was a white Excursion, Ford Excursion. Not new. It was pretty dirty, and it was just present in a lot of the stuff that would go on. I did notice about 5 other vehicles that were pretty frequently around me, or at a hotel I was at. I would get housekeeping that would just come in the room. They wouldn't like knock and give me a chance to say no. They would just walk in, and that was weird. I've never really had that anywhere else. That dude Dylan I was telling you about, who was my friend, he goes and gives me a shirt that says "No Fear." So that's the aspect where they're like rubbing it in your face and laughing behind your back type thing. I never wore it because I was like, you're an ass, regardless, he's an ass. And when I tried to tell anybody about it, they were just like, it's just drugs and alcohol. Which, I did do some drugs and alcohol, but I was not a daily addict at any point. What I wanted the most was for this to go away, And I'll get into how I solved that problem later. Anyways, so I'm in my room, and something extra scary happened. I can't remember the exact nature of it, but they were basically telling me that they were going to kill me. I was going to be abducted and, murdered in the night. That they had a key to my room. They got it from, the hotel, all this stuff. So I call up 911, and this is mind-blowing. Okay, so the cop comes, and this is Delaware County, and then there's California Highway Patrol, and then there's the town there called Crescent City. So you get a mix of these cops. And this one was a city cop, and he had the mental health truck, and the mental health truck would come every time. And he started like mocking me, Oh, Rebecca's just doing drugs. It's, you need to go to bed. I did. I went to bed every night. Not like the gang stalkers. Anyways, so one day it got really bad, and I felt a fear for my life again. And I called them, and they show up, and they arrest me. And they take me to the hospital. And they continue to 5150 me at the hospital because I was saying people were telling me to kill myself, or they were going to murder me, which was true. But because I said that, they decided that I was hallucinating and I was on drugs and this and that. Well, it was very, very strange. This particular time, the staff in the emergency room, they like switched out. It came with a different doctor and a different nurse than I've ever seen in my life. And both of them spoke English and Spanish. So there was a security guy assigned to me, and he was an original hospital worker. And then they brought another guy, had come into the area. He had on regular clothes. He spoke Spanish, and he comes back with basically his own security uniform. So he's sitting there. And the woman got on the phone and started saying, yes, we have her here for her sex change operation. And, oh my God. And then she's just going on about it. And I was like, oh my God, I was terrorized. Because they had gotten into this hospital. And they take my drug test and she says, oh, you're just inconclusive. Which isn't true. I know I didn't have a positive drug test. And she goes, she's inconclusive, so whatever. And then she gets on the phone again, or pretends to, and says, okay, we're going to move her outside the surgery room door. She'll be right there, and we'll start that sex change operation. So they move my bed, and I'm handcuffed to it, mind you, and move me into this hallway outside of a door to another room, and they had security watching me, of course, and I told him I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't, but I just need to figure out how to get the hell out of there. So I go to the bathroom, and he had to walk in there with me, which is weird, isn't it? And I said, I don't feel safe here. Can I run? And he was shaking his head, yes, for me to run. And I was all, I can't? And he's like, he did not say anything. He just shook his head, yes. So as soon as I got out that door, I took off, boy. I was like gone. And I have this cuff on my wrist, but it's not cuffed to anything because I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't really go. Anyways, I'm running and I get outside. And he pretends he's going to like catch me, but he wasn't even trying, the security guard. But that nurse and that doctor that were planning my sex change operation, they bolted, and I got outside, and I went down a couple blocks by this Walmart, and a cop comes and runs up on the sidewalk and blocks me with the vehicle and tackles me on the hood of the car and brings me back in there to him. And I started screaming. I started saying, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. And then they said, oh, we're going to give you medicine. I was like, please, please don't give me medicine. I just want to go back to my hotel. And they said, no, you need medicine. They got a needle like I've never seen in my life. I swear to you guys, it was this big. The whole needle, not, with the vial, was like this big. And it had glow in the dark looking. It looked like it was full of Mountain Dew. And they tackled me and held me down. And I screamed as loud as I could while they put this injection into me. And I woke up a couple days later. And I don't know what they did to me while I was under that whatever it was. It was some type of sedative. And that is the absolute worst thing that happened to me, gang stalking. There's more stuff I can tell you about that have been done because they decided to target me very heavily in this apartment building where the manager was also part of a gang stalking network. But yeah, that actually happened to me. And I don't know where to find out what they did to me, if I could even get a record. It is horrifying. I refuse to go to that hospital no matter what. I would rather be deceased than taken back to that hospital. And yes, it was gang stalkers in there. They were trying to intimidate me, and I don't know what they actually did to me. But anyway, so not long after that, they started saying that I had AIDS. And they said it all the time. They say, we gave you AIDS in the hospital. Well, this year, I've been tested 3 times and I don't have it. So it's not true. But I don't know what else they may have done to me. And I don't know if any of you have any, suggestions. Because I don't know if they put some type of thing in my ear. I don't know what they did. They said they put a microchip somewhere on my hairline. Who knows? They say so much crap. You never know. But anyways, get that off my chest. I don't know if the rest of you, any of you had anything quite that gnarly, but that was pretty bad. Anyways, have a good rest of your day.